iOS versus Android. For nearly a decade, the rivalry between these two lineups has spun a trend of love and hate that even we have a hard time controlling in the comments. Surely, on one side we have the misunderstood iPhone, and on the other we have the Galaxy on its way out. But the smaller price tag on one and the deals on the other make this a worthy comparison nonetheless. I'm Jaime Rivera with Pocketnow, and this is iPhone 8 versus Samsung Galaxy S8, brought to you by dbrand. There was a time when iPhones and Galaxy phones looked so much alike that Samsung got sued and lost to Apple for the similarities. Who did what first is still a battle we just don't really want to discuss, but what's important is that comparisons have gotten great lately, mainly because of how much things have changed. I mean, look at them. These two phones couldn't look more different even if they tried. And if this were a beauty contest, the Galaxy S8 wins this by a long shot. It's actually been winning for the last 3 generations. The curved borders on the glass, the tall aspect ratio, and the rounded corners on the display, the premium feel, all have contributed to a phone that seems like if it were from the future. By contrast, the iPhone 8 is a complete opposite. It follows a design language that's at least 4 years old, and surely it does have the return of glass construction that Apple pioneered with the iPhone 4, but the rest of the package, meaning the large bezels and the camera hump, are all very 2014. Now, even if these are the smaller variants of their respective lineups, the dimensions couldn't be more of a disparity. The Galaxy's new approach to a taller aspect ratio has the Galaxy S8 being 10mm taller, 1mm wider, nearly a millimeter thicker, and 7 grams heavier than the iPhone 8. This also allows a much taller 5.8-inch display compared to just 4.7 inches, more resolution at Quad HD capabilities versus 750p, the more modern and saturated colorful AMOLED technology versus the more accurate IPS LCD, and the infinity display effect on the curved borders that you just won't get on the iPhone. In the iPhone's favor, there's the case where bigger is not necessarily better. For content consumption, the iPhone sports stereo speakers,
than our Project Tango,
while the larger Galaxy does not.
in one release, Google and Microsoft.
For handling purposes, I can use the iPhone 8 with one hand and reach all 4 corners of the display, where this proves to be a chore with the Galaxy S8. Now, there are options for reachability on both devices through software. And the final nail in the ergonomics coffin, reaching the iPhone's fingerprint scanner requires 0 effort, where on the Galaxy S8 it's always a challenge to not hit the camera lens instead. Now, in the Galaxy's defense, this is not the only way you can unlock the Galaxy S8. We've got iris scanning and facial recognition as well, though each of these has added limitations that we've discussed in our respective reviews. Powering each device is a very different set of hardware, and I'm not even going to spend time declaring a winner when it comes to specs. I'm really tired of the whole, well, the iPhone has only got 2 gigs of RAM argument. Cause, you know what? Numbers don't really matter in the real world so long as each device can deliver on its advertised promise. The differences that are really important are that you're actually getting more for your money when it comes to the Galaxy S8. There's a microSD expansion to save you on having to pay more for additional storage. There's a headphone jack and better headphones bundled in the box, and Samsung also includes a fast charger in the box, something that combined will cost you more than $70 if you want to buy this for the iPhone. You get wireless charging on both, sure, but only the Galaxy S8 has fast wireless charging, and there's also water resistance on both, but the Galaxy has a higher rating. Another debate that's not worth having is if Android is better than iOS, or vice versa. By now, it's clear that people don't switch for operating systems, but really for what the phones can do, and more specifically for which one does it better. In this regard, both devices run their respective operating systems like champs for the most part. The S8 blazes through its experience UX just as fast and fluid as the iPhone 8 can on iOS. Both devices are very robust with their ecosystems and play graphics-intensive games relatively with ease. I praise Samsung's visual aesthetic more given the flexibility of the user interface. There's a bevy of options that you can enable or disable at your heart's content. Where I praise iOS is in the logic of its user interface. Like seriously, Control Center should be a swipe from the bottom where you can actually reach it easily, even if the iPhone X just completely kills this. And then, where I don't praise the Galaxy S8 is that it's currently 4 software versions behind on Android. Yes, 4, where there's just not that problem on the iPhone 8. And then where I don't praise Apple is because this home screen seriously needs to die, Apple. It's more than 10 years old. Another example where bigger isn't necessarily better is battery life. The Galaxy S8 has nearly twice the power pack of the iPhone 8, but believe it or not, the only phone that lasted through a day of moderate to heavy use is the iPhone. And yes, I'm actually also shocked about that one. I'm not saying that the S8 has terrible battery life, but power-saving features are the only way to get to end of day. So don't let the numbers fool you. Now, when it comes to photography, you are looking at 2 of my top picks for best all-rounder smartphone cameras. And yes, I know you're not getting the added functionality of a secondary lens either, but both devices sport cameras you can trust to just point and shoot at subjects. Great color saturation, contrast, and detail, with the Galaxy winning in flexibility thanks to manual controls. Both also take, in my opinion, some of the best selfies in the industry. Though, when it comes to selfie video, I'm glad that Apple finally woke up to offer a better field of view compared to the Galaxy. You won't have any complaints when it comes to the video from the primary shooters though, with stabilization and color reproduction being strong on both devices. To conclude, I think it's fair to say that each phone pulls its own weight when it comes to pros and cons. The Galaxy S8 is far more beautiful as a device, more flexible in hardware and software, and with added perks that come within the box of accessories. Factor in that the Galaxy S8 is also an older device, and you can definitely find better deals for it than with the case of Apple's offering. The iPhone 8, on the other hand, doesn't have the better looks, it'll cost you more money if you want more storage, and the same goes for whenever you want more useful accessories. It wins basic things like ergonomics, future-proof hardware, no excuses when it comes to software updates, and battery life really has me impressed. If it were my money, I'd incline more to the Galaxy S8 just because I feel that it's a better deal. So this is the one you get if you want to maximize your dollars. Now, for those of you in search of the latest and greatest, these 2 devices might not be what you're looking for. On one hand, we have the Galaxy S9 just a few weeks away, and you also have the iPhone X already in the market. Again, these are the better options if you're looking to save a few dollars for great hardware. And again, with the Galaxy S8, in my opinion, being the better deal. Now, assuming that you did pick any of these devices, the glass spec on either is a fingerprint nightmare. dbrand skins will help you eliminate those fingerprints and add some grip to your upcoming Galaxy S8 or iPhone 8 for that matter. Visit dbrand.com/galaxy or dbrand.com/iPhone to customize yours. And just remember, this is a series of many videos to come. Make sure you follow us and subscribe to our channel for more. The card at the top will take you to our Galaxy S8 review, and the one at the bottom will take you to our review of the iPhone 8. You can also follow me on Twitter, Jaime_Rivera, on Instagram at Jaime Rivera. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like what you saw. I'm Jaime Rivera. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you on the next one.